Finally, the winds have come back to Abbotsford. Or should I say Vancouver, but the Canucks, hey, they won a game! The Vancouver Canucks have won a preseason game. It took them 6 games to get there. 6? Something like that? Maybe 5? No, 6, right? Because there are 7 preseason games and the Canucks have the last one against Arizona on Friday, but the team won! After all the losing, after all the BS that we had seen, bad rosters, bad play, bad teams, etc., we finally have a win. And this win, even though it was a win, it really could have gone either way. Like, to be honest, they had to work so hard to get this win and hang on towards the end. The Vancouver Canucks have defeated the Oilers in Abbotsford on a broadcast that was... I'm sorry, Brendan Batchelor, you guys do a good job over there, but the guys who put together the feed of Canucks hockey, the scoreboard overlay wasn't great, the audio was kind of cutting out once in a while, and, I mean, the cameras were nice. They had several cameras, good replays and everything, but still, as a replacement for Sportsnet level broadcasts, this one was not up to that standard, but at the very least, you know, I should be grateful we were able to watch the game. It's just kind of frustrating. How the hell is Sportsnet not going to go out there and broadcast the final 2 preseason games of Canucks hockey? Like, I thought hockey was a pretty big deal here in Vancouver, but I guess not. Either way, the Canucks beat the Oilers 5-4 in regulation, and it was an absolute slobber knocker, back and forth contest of a game. Goals being scored within minutes of each other, responding goals being scored right away to take away the momentum. You had big hits, you had players getting hurt, you had just a lot more intensity than you would expect from a preseason game. And with all things considered, it was a good result, but I do think the Canucks have a few things they're going to have to improve from this game. Going over to the notes, though, they actually did start off on the power play. Pettersson, he actually played a really nice, strong, physical game, I felt, especially when he was protecting the puck and shielding the puck from opponents with his back and his behind. He was really good with his positioning and his rotations, opening up passing lanes, and as a result, Elias Pettersson drew a penalty from Connor McDavid in the first little bit of the game. On the power play, the Canucks had themselves a breakaway. It was Elias Pettersson. That guy came in on net. Skinner made the save, though, and you're going to hear a lot of that as the video goes on, as the Canucks honestly did play a pretty solid offensive period. Another really legit scoring chance happened just a few minutes later when Quinn Hughes dazzles on the left side in the offensive zone, and he throws a cross-crease pass right to Bo Horvat. It would have gotten to him, but Tucker Poolman is right there to swat the puck away and not give Bo the opportunity to even shoot. Poolman then redeemed himself a few seconds later by diving and taking away a cross-crease pass from Zach Hyman. We all knew that heading into this game, this was probably one of those games where Poolman is going to have to show himself off because... I mean, I don't really think that Poolman is too much of a lock to make the roster because he's just really not great. This was a show-me game that he was given right here, and he redeemed himself after taking away a Bo Horvat scoring opportunity. A few minutes later, you had yourselves a really good shift from Kuzmenko and Pettersson cycling it down low. Pettersson shimmy-shammering away from Darnell Nurse, and Kuzmenko playing really well behind the net protecting the puck. The Canucks then go to the power play off of a Darnell Nurse interference call on Vasily Podkolzin, and he had great movement on this power play too. The top unit wasn't as polished as it could have been because Miller was not playing, Pearson was instead playing, and we had Bo Horvat on the left side. But eventually, the Canucks do score after the power play expires. It's OEL, the long drive, Hoglander the rebound with 2:46 to go in the first period. Hoglander, 2 goals in 2 games back-to-back against the Oilers, very nice to see there, but he does take a defensive zone penalty a minute later by holding the stick of one of the Oilers players down low. The second period starts and the Oilers are still on the power play, and it's Spencer Martin who has a beautiful stop on Zach Hyman right in front. Connor McDavid misses the net on the rebound, but eventually the power play is killed off. The Canucks then get sent over to the power play once again when Kyle Burrows makes the very smart play of throwing the puck right into the Oilers crowd when they're going for a line change. It touches a few guys, it's a too-many-men call, Jake Virtanen gets sent to the box, and you could hear the Abbey crowd on the speakers booing the heck out of this guy, even though he's from Abbey, baby. Oh, man, I love it. The Canucks couldn't really get set on the power play, though, and they end up not scoring on this opportunity. A few minutes after that, though, it's Nils who has a great chance in front as he drives to the net. The rebound isn't able to go in either. And then you have yourselves Connor McDavid, who, a few minutes later after the power plays, ends up just deciding that he wants to score. He takes the puck in the neutral zone, cuts wide, swings in on the right side, dashes in, dangles through 2 Canucks at the blue line, gets by Hughes, and goes upstairs on Spencer Martin. It's 1-1, and I can't even really get mad. That's Connor McDavid showing off to the world. Yeah, I'm here to play, baby. A few minutes later, it's Darnell Nurse who absolutely clotheslines the heck out of Nils Hoglander, and Hoglander doesn't have a helmet at the end of it. It's called high sticking. Hoglander is bleeding. It's 4 minutes, and this particular power play off the Nurse penalty was really not good. This is why Miller plays on the left side and not Bo, because Bo made a few really bad passes, one of them leading to a clear shorthanded chance. Spencer Martin had to make the save. Then you had the second unit out there where Oliver Ekman-Larsson is the guy who carries the puck to the blue line. He dumps it in, and the Oilers easily clear it. Hyman then pounces onto it. He gets a breakaway, and he scores. Oliver Ekman-Larsson on the back check isn't able to catch up. And this shorthanded goal, there was momentum for the Oilers. Real talk, they were building momentum on their own shorthanded unit. It was really bad. However, the Canucks redeemed themselves a little bit as Quinn Hughes takes a far left shot, blue line slap shot, and it's tipped in front by Tanner Pearson. 2-2 with 4:40 to go. Schenn then goes to the box for removing the helmet on a player that he was body checking at 1:54 remaining in the second period. Bo Horvat gets a shorthanded breakaway. He dangles to the net, very nice hands, but it's stopped by Stuart Skinner with 46 seconds to go. The period ends off, and the Canucks start out period number 3, also shorthanded, as Curtis Lazar hauls McDavid down. Early penalty for Vancouver. Bo Horvat then gets another shorthanded breakaway. This time he shoots, and it's stopped by the glove of Skinner. The Canucks then get another odd man rush shorthanded. It's Tanner Pearson who takes the shot, and Skinner with the save again. My goodness, this guy's making all the stops on these shorthanded rushes. And then it becomes 4-on-4. And you have yourselves what is one more time a 2-on-1. Conor Garland comes in, he shoots, and another save made by Skinner. And then Garland comes in, he squeaks by, and he's like, oh, the puck's right there. He digs underneath Skinner, puts the puck in the back of the net. It's 3-2 Vancouver. And look, Skinner made save after save after save on these odd man rushes, but he had to have cracked eventually, and Conor Garland forces it by, giving the Canucks the 3-2 lead. And then the Oilers score right after as McDavid drives wide on Pullman, centers it to Hamblin, and it goes over Martin's pads. Connor McDavid, man, absolutely burning Tucker Pullman. What else is new? It's 3-3 just a few seconds later. The Oilers then give everybody a scare as Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson take punishment on the same power play. Derek Ryan collides with Hughes in the neutral zone. Petey gets nailed into the boards by Niemelainen. 2 penalties on the same play. 5-on-3 for 56 seconds, and a beauty chance for Bo in front is saved by Skinner once again. Bo just could not buy a goal in this game. Eventually, after the 5-on-3 expires, it's a 5-on-4. Petey takes it on the right side. He holds, he waits, he looks, he snipes, and he scores it after a very beautiful cross-crease pass from Bo Horvat sets up the entire play. Petey freezes Skinner, gives the Canucks the 4-3 lead. 15 minutes to go in the period, and you have yourselves this Myers and Burrows pair that give the Canucks probably the biggest headache of the entire game defensively. They can't clear the puck after 3 straight failed attempts, and eventually it's Nugent-Hopkins who scores because of it. A centering pass by Virtanen, the News shoots it, he fans on it and he falls down. Second attempt, it goes right by. This was 2 minutes after the Petey goal to make it 4-3. The Canucks eventually just try to get a little bit more shots here and there, and I'll admit a lot of their shots were pretty basic, like just straight up into the goalie's chest and everything. I was kind of getting frustrated seeing how the Canucks were getting their offense done. But eventually, Zach Hyman goes to the box, and the Canucks get themselves a power play again. Brendan Batchelor said he felt like it was the 10th power play the Canucks were on, but eventually, it's Horvat who does the backhand no-look pass to Hughes, one touch to Petey, and a blasted one-timer by Stuart Skinner. Thank goodness it's 5-4 Vancouver with 10:15 to go. No hesitation at all from Petey. And the rest of the game is just Vancouver trying to shut things down. Spencer Martin has to hang on. The Canucks D, they have to hang on. Once things get to the nitty-gritty, though, That's where it starts to get a little bit weird, because Zach Hyman, he gets a breakaway with 30 seconds left in the game, 6-on-5, and Martin makes the save. Nugent-Hopkins on the rebound, also stopped by Martin. The Canucks pretty much hanging on for the last 10 minutes of the game. Nurse then gets stopped by Martin at the very end, and the Canucks win their first preseason game of 2022. That was too much, I feel, and there are so many lessons, I think, defensively the Canucks are going to have to take from this performance here, because Myers, Burrows, you guys got to clear the puck. You guys have to clear the freaking puck. Bo Horvat, he had so many opportunities to score, so many shots on goal, but he's got to find a way to bury one of those, man. Puck in front, a rebound, a breakaway with dangles, a breakaway with a shot. He just could not buy a goal in this one. Pettersson, though, he's able to get 2 goals from the same side, so very nice for him. Quinn Hughes getting on the board in the ways that he is, very nice as well. But talk to the comments either way all your thoughts about the Canucks finally winning a preseason game. I, for one, am more relieved than anything, but at the end of the day, there still are some more roster cuts that are going to have to be made. The game against Arizona is going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it, to be honest, but either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below about the Canucks versus the Oilers from tonight. I hope you enjoyed this Juraj 9, and bye.